Retail therapy made our houses homier, not to mention our spirits brighter. But now that we can travel again, we're turning our attention away from stuff and back to experiences to be uplifted. What and where are people spending their hard-earned cash on in the world of newly reopened borders? I'm Janine Lee St. John, the Editor-in-Chief of Travel+Leisure Southeast Asia, and that's what I'm here to ask my two guests today. Mei Song is the Global Brand and Product Transformation Director of Plaza Premium Group. She has seen innovation throughout the guest experience, the emergence and deepening of brand partnerships, and is an ambassador for the brand mission of making travel better together. David Fowler is the VP of Cross-Border and Sales Excellence at Visa. Maybe you've heard of them? They've partnered with Plaza Premium to offer card members complimentary access to luxury airport lounges all around the world. When was the last time you traveled and where?
Last time I traveled was 2019. September 2019, Costa Brava in Spain.
I have literally ended a 2-year drought and have just traveled on the 31st of October to London after having not gone anywhere for that entire time. So I'm here in the UK right now as one of the first post-COVID travelers.
What is each of your all-time favorite airport experience?
For me, I love transit. I mean, for me, airports are a destination in themselves. If I was going to London, I love going through Dubai or Abu Dhabi because I feel like it's like a bonus. I get an extra location, an extra destination.
I'm kind of a little bit obsessive about the experience as well. And I look at 3 different things. I look at the airline, the aircraft, and the airport. So without a doubt, the airline, Singapore Airlines, Cathay Pacific, hands down in my own personal experience. Aircraft, A380 or Dreamliner. I mean, that's how crazy and sort of obsessive I become about it. Lounge access, absolutely and utterly critical to that experience. The airport, you just mentioned Dubai Airport. Changi Airport is my #1 airport. The lounges, the shopping, the experience, the whole A to B in Changi is just remarkable.
What your travel habits will be in the future have changed thanks to COVID. In what way have your mindsets changed?
Travel habits have changed, and they will change, I think, for a long time in the future. People are making choices, and I included, based on safety concerns. The other thing that's happening is people are becoming more value savvy. The other thing that I would definitely comment on is digital payments or anything digital. That's contactless payments, using your phone, using your card, not touching anything, using your phone to basically do everything you otherwise might have done with cash. COVID travel insurance would be the number 3. So those habits on safety, value seeking, digitization and removing that sort of touch element, and of course feeling protected and insurance for sure.
As a mother of 2, maybe you can speak to the concerns of traveling with a family and how you and other families are changing your travel habits in this new era.
Well, let's start with the positive, right? I think traveling with children in this era is probably the best you can get, like the best it's ever been, because everyone's focused on improving that experience. I sometimes choose the airport I go to because I know there's a play area. I know in the lounge there's an area where I can leave my children and they are entertained.
My brother actually came to visit Thailand from Abu Dhabi, where he lives with his family, for Christmas, and they actually specifically they bought business tickets, but made sure that they had like status enough to get into the first class lounge because that's where you have nanny service, right? Maybe like if the lounge is good enough, then you're happy to spend like 3 extra hours in the airport, and that's where your journey starts. And it's like vacation for the parents with the babies and the nannies in the lounge, have some champagne, and ease into your vacation. What's the future of travel? So that's the big question everyone's looking to answer. We're going to address it from a particular lens today. So spending habits. First of all, what type of travel is recovering first, business or leisure?
It's definitely leisure travel. So leisure travel is recovering first. Predominantly because of reunification. It's going to be consumer leisure travel that will recover in the short term, and business will take a longer time to recover.
Is that because partly we're able to do what we're doing right now, which is me
exactly
on the internet?
And not only that, the companies need to keep their people safe, right? And there just isn't the flexibility at the moment to guarantee that safety and the experience of a business traveler. But nothing will ever replace the physical traveling experience. It will recover.
What can you tell us about what travelers are spending most on these days?
Spend habits are slightly different. Actually, at the top of the list is still air tickets, accommodation, shopping, and dining. Without a doubt, pre-COVID, post-COVID, it's tickets, accommodation, shopping, and dining. However, the way people are paying is very, very different. So contactless payments, the ability to not touch anything, in-app payments, so buying your hotel or your lounge access or whatever it is for that matter in the app on your phone. And finally, the last thing I'd say is gaming. People are gaming more than ever before because they've got used to it in lockdowns.
That is really interesting. What's the most interesting uptick you're seeing in spending by travelers in any category?
Groceries are the most exciting thing. Talked about gaming and all the in-app and digitization, but when people are traveling abroad, the number one thing that they're buying, apart from everything usual, is groceries and dining.
I mean, efficiency, transparency, and variety are kind of the things that now, this is like the new normal. And I think one of the key things that we've really seen, even in travel, is the on and offline experience is the new normal. Is the experience. It's a marriage of on and off, right? For food ordering, a lot of times people are like, I don't really want to be meandering the buffet or touching the buffet. So we've introduced a smart order, which is a touchless food ordering system. So in the lounges, we've started working with the brands and saying, hey, why don't we help you sell your product online and we'll send it to your location.
That whole touchless, contactless is absolutely critical. Nobody wants to touch or exchange cash or even minimize the things they touch or speak. It's fascinating.
For our lounges, we've been upping our game as well. So we've been working with restaurants. So there's our lounge offering, and then it's also, we do celebrity chef partnerships in which we can offer these food items. And because the whole F&B industry has really shifted, and it's not just the generic offerings, but it's a sense of place. You're supporting local brands, local boutiques, local farms, and we've really seen that and really a lot of it is a sense of community. And this is something that we have really been focusing on in all our different locations. And it's so interesting because the world is so global, and it actually helps us also discover a lot of new talent or people who probably aren't usually in the airport environment or probably in the city, but how do we marry that whole experience together? That is exciting, and that's what we have to look forward to in the new age of travel.
Yeah, that goes back to what you were saying about how going to flying through Dubai was actually, you consider it part of your itinerary.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. So consumers are going to be looking for a range of experiences and services that aim to keep them and their families safe, and ease their experience and their anxieties, quite frankly. There's all sorts of things that Visa are doing, for example, working with concierge providers or our partners, which allow people to literally ring up the concierge. I'll give you.
It's kind of about anticipating your own needs and then knowing what companies can help you, right? And they can anticipate your needs.
I mean, part of what we do in PPG is actually bring that to light. This ABCDE service that you can use, and you may not know that, but you can book through us.
Let's say you're not even traveling business. Let's say that was before COVID. Now, that sort of safety and security and the things that are available, literally just booking with partners through the normal ways, using a Visa card, you can get all of that right now. And it just changes the way you travel. Doesn't have to be business class travel to have that safe and wonderful and differentiated experience. You can have it right now. It exists.
It's true. It's picking and choosing the things that you prioritize, and then being able to have the ability to quickly spend your money to buy them, and then check your list, check it off the list.
So the way we run things in PPG is we see that we're all business travelers, right? So because we're not the only ones that need it, a lot of people need it, and that's kind of how we craft it. Because I mean, we're a new category, really. We can do this. sure that not just I want to cut this queue. Let's go talk to the airport, do a fast track service. Let's bundle it with a lounge. This convenience is priceless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're now jumping on that same bandwagon with, getting offers for PCR testing because it's a new norm, right? So we're bundling offers, how to get the PCR test, where you can get a discount for it. You could even have a doctor come to your hotel and check you out in your confines of your own hotel or in the lounge for that matter. So,
Well, that's a great idea. How about this? Any last thoughts on where you guys want to go next?
I mean, reunion is top of mind. I think one of the beauty of a company like Visa and PPG is we have global offices, and we basically will marry the business and the leisure part. And I would probably go to New Zealand.
now that I've done my reunification flight, I think I would love to go to Bali or Sri Lanka.
Thank you guys so much for speaking with me today. It was great to meet you. Hopefully we will have an in-person meeting